Welcome everybody to Coffee with Sledge. My name is the Metalhead Maniac Sledge, and this guest that I have coming up is a second generation superstar, a WWE Hall of Famer's daughter. Her name is Jenni Santana. That's right, her father is Tito Santana. She is also a BBJ brown belt, a world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and an all-around badass. So kick back, relax, grab your cup of coffee, and enjoy my conversation with Jenni Santana.
Got it.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm fantastic.
Are you?
On this lovely Saturday where it was freezing this morning and now it's
so
a little
cold.
bit. It's horrible. So 2 days ago, literally like 2 days ago, maybe 3, it was 100 degrees here.
Yes.
And now it was like 40.
So you live here in Vegas?
Yeah, I do live here in Vegas.
Okay, so I was here 2 weeks ago for like Impact.
Uh-huh.
Right?
I went to that show.
Were you there?
Not before the show. I was there.
Yeah. Okay, so I was it was fairly warm outside,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
No coat weather.
No.
Nothing.
I
Yeah.
come back 2 weeks later.
Skipped autumn, went right to winter.
Yeah,
Like dead of winter.
freezing.
Yeah, I know.
Freezing cold.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. How do you do it though? Because I've like thought about like moving to Vegas.
Oh, I love Vegas though. Usually it's not this extreme. But I mean, this is like, I feel like pretty much like this is as cold as it gets, I think. Maybe I'm off, but for me it
snows
feels
here,
so
though.
cold. No, it doesn't.
It does. You can't tell
When?
me it doesn't snow here.
I've lived here since '04, and I think I've seen snow twice, and it laid on the ground the one time for 30 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Not even.
Okay.
Like if you go to Mount Charleston, but
Yeah.
that's like a 45, 50-minute drive.
That's more towards like Utah, right? Like up more
I'm
towards in the
assuming
mountains.
north.
Okay,
I
yeah,
got lost
yeah.
coming here, and I live in Vegas, so
How did that happen? You don't know?
I'm not good at following GPS.
Okay.
Like that map is just off.
I agree. I almost got hit coming here.
You did?
Yeah, I was
It was
driving.
probably me causing the accident. This chick doesn't know where
This chick
she's
has
going.
no
That
idea
was
where
me.
she's
That
going.
was me.
That
That
was
was me.
you. That
Sorry.
Good
Glad
thing,
you
good
didn't
thing
get in an
I knew how to
accident.
use the horn and
Yeah.
move to the left real quick, you know? That's it.
That's why we have steering wheels, folks.
That's why we have steering wheels and seatbelts.
That's true. Yeah.
And we don't text and drive.
Can't text and drive.
No. It's against the
No.
law. I do it all the time. Shh.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
I'm calling the police.
No, don't do it.
Oh my
Put
God.
it down now.
Jesus. This guy's trouble.
I've been known to be called trouble, yes. many of times.
I'm sure.
Many of times. But you are in the world of professional wrestling. You're also a jiu-jitsu, correct?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Jiu-jitsu. Yeah, brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Chasing the black belts.
Are you?
Lifetimer brown belt though. Yeah.
How long you been in?
Like 8 years.
Wow. And you got
Yeah.
your brown belt in 8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I got my brown belt in the end of 2019, so that's like longer because now it's 22.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had my brown belt like 2 years now.
And where you train here in Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in Vegas.
Where at?
With Fretson Pashao. He's like 5-time world champion.
Yeah.
Super good. Yeah. He's amazing. If you want to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, come check it out.
I actually rolled a couple of years ago. I was rolling around.
who?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm actually from San Luis Obispo, which is, you know, the Pit and Chuck Liddell and all those other guys.
yeah, yeah.
I had Stephen Bonner here yesterday, who's a buddy of mine. So
Oh,
we cut.
cool,
Yep,
yeah.
we cut a podcast yesterday. So it was a
I
lot
went
of
to a gym. He had a gym here. I
Yes,
forget what it was
yes.
called. And I stopped in, and we were rolling with Diego Sanchez.
Yeah. The
it was before they
Nightmare.
closed. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. So how do you figure Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
Yeah.
going into professional wrestling? Like, because you're more like professional wrestling is very hands-on, but
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're trying to tap a motherfucker.
Yeah, so like
So-
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but you can do a match in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and come out unscathed. Like the other
Yes.
girl, like I could break someone's arm and I could like not have broken a sweat. And then pro wrestling, even if I'd win,
Wait.
I got my arm broke. Like, it happens.
I could break a bitch's arm and come out unscathed.
yeah, like unfortunately, when I was a purple belt, it was the opposite way in competition. Like, she broke my arm, totally
How
unscathed
bad?
afterward. It took like 7 weeks to get an MRI because insurance in Vegas.
Wow.
But it was like a little piece of the elbow just tore off, like, bye, bitch. And man, it was like grade 2 and 3 tears, my bicep all the way down. It was pretty bad, yeah.
How long did it take to recover?
Well, it was 7 weeks till I got the MRI, and then at first they didn't see the break because it wasn't that big, and so they never casted it. And I just kept training on it because it wasn't casted, and anyone who does jiu-jitsu knows, like, you just get injured and keep training because that's
you
the
just throw a little dirt
lifestyle.
on it. You just kind of keep going.
Yeah, so eventually it got stronger, and I could like actually put weight on it without going through the roof. But a few months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you didn't cast at all. You just kept going. It just kind of healed itself to a point.
Yeah, because by the time that they like saw when I initially x-rayed it, they're like, oh, it's not broken. Then we did an x-ray again, and it was broken, but it had already been so much time.
Yeah.
They're like, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, well, now my arm's in it. Luckily, it's on straight.
And I'm sorry, guys, if there's a little bit of background noise. There's people yelling and
They're cheering for me.
stormtroopers, and there's all kinds of crazy shit here.
All the cheers in the crowd for me, yeah.
Yes, they're all cheering for us.
chanting.
Thank you.
Jen.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, please. Jeez, are you a Star Wars head? Are you a big like comic book head?
Not really.
Good, because neither am I. It's okay. We'll just be over here. I'm just.
I don't think I've ever even seen Star Wars, like parts, bits and pieces, but there's
Yeah.
35 of them, so
I have no idea.
yeah, I don't know.
There's
It'd
a
take
lot.
a long time to watch.
Are you a
them
huge
all.
movie buff though?
I used to be when I was younger. Now I don't have time to watch TV or movies, and
Really, you have no time for TV? No
I don't
time.
even have a TV in my I don't have a TV in my bedroom. I used to fall asleep to watching TV.
Love it.
And now I don't. I just don't. I don't know.
Wow.
I watch like Netflix when I do cardio sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah, but
It's the
that's
easy
pretty
way.
much it.
Yeah. I watch so much. Like I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding competition in April. It's my first one.
Wait, what month are we in? November?
Yep.
Okay, so April,
Yeah.
you're like not super miserable with food yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Have you
okay.
done one?
No, but
No,
I would
okay.
be miserable like first week on food. I've tried. I could do I've cut 19 pounds in 10 days already. Yeah.
Wow.
So I
Why?
can do that for jiu-jitsu.
For jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like that was a successful cut. I've also had unsuccessful ones where I missed weight and then went up a weight class like a few weeks later and missed that one. I know it's so embarrassing. Maybe cut this part out.
No. We're keeping it. Nope. We're
I've
keeping
gotten
it.
better. It was towards the beginning. It was like a blue belt. So
Yeah.
you got to make your mistakes. Very embarrassing.
So let me ask you this: what made you start jiu-jitsu? Was it just one of those things where you were an MMA fan,
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
I would love MMA, so you're like, fuck it, why not? Let's just try it.
Yeah, well, when UFC started, Ultimate Fighting Championship,
Yep.
that was dominant. Everyone
yeah.
who won was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so I did martial arts, but I was from a small town in Pennsylvania. There were no Jiu-Jitsu schools. And so there wasn't really many options. And then when I moved out here, it was finally so prevalent, fight capital of the world. There's world champion on every corner practically
True.
to train with,
True.
And so it was just a great opportunity to
Hell
start
yeah.
it, yeah.
How was your first day? Were you nervous?
I was so
Were you
nervous.
scared?
I was so nervous. Yeah. My uncle started with me, and I didn't want to start without him, and I should have, because everyone, you start and you're like, damn, I wish I would have started earlier. Everyone
yeah.
says that. But we finally did. We went together, and we started gi, and it was awesome. I loved it. I sucked, it's got...
Who's gonna be good their first day?
I know, but you do the technique good, and you're
Yeah.
I fucking am so great,
I'm so good.
I'm such a good white belt.
Yeah.
First day, this sport was made for me.
Yeah, that's right.
but you
I found my calling
Right.
in life.
you go home and you wake up the next day, you're like, oh my gosh, what muscle is aching right now?
So
many.
And you made your transition into professional wrestling, and I'm guessing you trained here in Vegas.
For pro wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah, so I started training. I trained under Sin Bodhi.
Yeah.
so great.
He's like my uncle.
What?
Yeah.
He's so amazing. Your real uncle?
No. He's like my wrestling uncle.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, me and Sin were married, I guess you'd call it that, in the professional wrestling world. We wrestled everywhere for like a year and a half. We've wrestled in dog collar matches. I've wrestled as a Elvis Scientologist green person for him. I've wrestled in cages with him. We've wrestled in Mexico. We've wrestled in his carnival gimmick.
Yeah, the creepy stuff.
Yeah, where it's like he's got the rocking chair with spikes on it, and I've done me and Sin.
He's been like the longest active wrestler, I think, that's been actively still wrestling.
Yeah.
One of them, if not the longest.
I actually just shared a room with him a couple weeks ago in Colorado in where are we, September? Yeah, no, we're in February, but in September a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I shared it with him in Colorado.
That was probably the week that we couldn't practice because he was away.
Probably. Yeah. Me and him were hanging out in Colorado together, sharing a room, just telling old time stories. We watched the new Halloween together.
So James Courtney is one of our patients at the clinic we opened.
Oh.
And he goes to the Jersey office. But what did you think of the movie?
You want to be 100% honest?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of them. But I've heard all the feedback. It's probably similar to the feedback I've heard.
The way I look at it, and I'm going to try to be nice because he is your client, is Michael Myers doesn't need a tag team partner.
Solo wrestler. And they made him have a tag team partner to do the bidding for him, to make him stronger, to go after his sister. I didn't like that. Yeah.
He's
been solo the whole time, though, right?
He's been solo
except this one.
Except this one. Yeah. And I get
Who was his partner?
I tried to explain this on a podcast before, and I did a really horrible job. But it was this.
Now's your time to redeem yourself.
Now my time to redeem myself. In the opening scene, there's a kid that is babysitting this younger kid while the parents went out for Halloween, right?
Okay.
And as the younger kid was kind of a dick, let's just be honest.
Okay.
He locked the babysitter in a closet and started messing with him, right? And the babysitter heard the parents coming home. So he's like, you better let me out. You better let me out. And as the kid is taunting the babysitter, right, calling him all these bad names, you're scared.
Guess who comes?
No.
Oh.
The guy, and they're up on an upper story. The babysitter kicks the door open. Boom! Hits the kid. Kid goes over the balcony, falls 3 stories to his death.
Oh, like right in front of the parents coming home?
Right in front of the parents walk in the door as he's laying on the floor. Right? And the babysitter was up there like, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I would have done the same fucking thing. I would have kicked that goddamn door in.
It's probably like the parents'
fault
for having a house like that. Right.
So they all painted this guy as a kid murderer.
Yeah.
And then he got teased a lot and all this stuff. And then he met Jamie Lee Curtis's, I want to say, niece. And they started kind of having a love relationship. And then these kids were beaten up on. This is where I get all messed up trying to explain it, but anyway, look at it. Michael Myers kind of gets a hold of this kid, the babysitter, and has him do all of his bidding for him to make him more powerful. And then all of a sudden to get to Jamie Lee, and like in the last couple Halloweens, the killings were really cool. Like that's why I love horror movies. Is like, I know it sounds really demonic, and I'm sorry guys, but like. Some of the killing, like I like.
That's
the killing
why
scenes.
I hate horror movies.
Will you ever watch one?
Oh my gosh! What about? Okay, I don't mean to change the subject, but there's like a new horror movie that came out in the theaters. It's like the second version of it. I totally forget what it's called, but people have been passing out because it's horrible. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't, but I want to see it now.
It's the second version of it. It's the second movie, and. So I know that the one part, because someone was telling me about it, they like hang someone upside down and like split them in half from like crotch to head. And
that sounds awesome.
They've been like throwing up at this movie.
If you know this movie, please send it to me so I can go see somebody get crotch from head to toe and ripped across.
Like apparently it's all these killings that are horrible, and that's why people are like talking about it and going crazy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Say no.
So what is like your go-to? Like, okay, so you don't watch movies. I would say what's your go-to movie, but you watch.
No, I do love rom-coms and I like dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like suspense.
Like my
just not like the horror movies. Like, it's got to have a good story.
Yeah.
Not just like, how's the grossest way I can kill someone. I think I'll pass on that one.
Do you ever think I don't know your living situation or anything like that, but do you ever think like sometimes when you're like at home, you're just like you hear something, you're like, someone's not trying to kill me, are they? You know?
Okay, well, when I was younger, our house was robbed.
Oh no!
I wasn't there, but my mom took my younger brother and sister home, and the person was still in the house at that time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and so. Like, luckily nothing happened.
Oh, thank God.
But every time we heard, like, I have called the police numerous times. So, funny story. When I was younger, I had this huge cutout of Tom Cruise, right? Like a life-size one in
like
my
Top
room.
Gun, Tom Cruise?
It was, like Cocktail Arrow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so hot. Anyways, so he's sitting in my room.
You know he's like super short, right?
I know, but that poster was like 6 foot. So, in my mind, he was 6 foot.
Okay, hey.
Okay. So we heard, my mom and I were sitting downstairs watching TV, and I heard this noise upstairs. And like traumatized from before, like, I'm not going upstairs. And then she was nervous too. And so we left, and I literally wouldn't go back until we called the cops and they would search the house. So they came, they searched the house, and they came out. They're like, oh, it's good to go. But I thought I had him for a second. I pulled my weapon. It was my Tom Cruise cutout. Oh. But it was all good. They almost killed Tom.
Have you seen the new Top Gun?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's so good.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, so great. The way they incorporated the first one into this one.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Masterpiece.
So you're.
I did see that in the theater, actually.
So did I. Did you see it in like an IMAX?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta enjoy the experience.
Yeah. I saw the new Rock movie.
I haven't seen that yet. It's not as good as Top Gun.
Not as good as Top Gun. Okay, not as good.
Just leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that. Nothing. 6 foot Tom Cruise. He's like
it's amazing.
5'6".
I know.
He's
No,
like,
not even. I think it's like 5'4".
Yeah, with
it's
probably
way short.
lifts in his boots.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And always at the Scientology church.
Yeah. Are you into Scientology? No. Okay. All right. Cool. So you're here.
Yeah.
For professional wrestling. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I am here, as well as you. Yes. Well played.
We're here.
Well played.
We're here with UWW, so Ultimate Women of Wrestling. We have our third show coming up at Mandalay Bay in the House of Blues, December 9th.
How you liking that?
It is. I have never been to the House of Blues until last night when I saw, like, we went there to look at the venue. It's pretty nice. Like, it's very unique. So they've never had a wrestling show there, apparently. So this will be the first one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a live crowd. Is it now? Are you guys filming television?
We do a pay-per-view. So if you're not in town, in the Vegas area, check it out on pay-per-view on Title Match. But so we film it for that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, where can everybody find you at?
They can find me at Unicon today from 1 to 3. No.
Find us both at Unicon today.
On my socials,
yes.
it's I am on Twitter, which I'm hardly ever on, but also Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. It's Jenni_Santana_.
Hell yeah. Well, I thank you. Oh wait, no, screw that. I'm not done yet.
Oh yeah, the main reason.
The main reason why we started talking.
Okay, yeah.
Well, she has no cartilage in her knee.
That's right.
And I have no cartilage in my left shoulder.
And now my knee has cartilage, and I have all of my strength back. I would say 99% of my flexibility. Like, it's all good. It used to be 3 times the size of the other one. It was that swollen.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a serious question here.
Okay.
With the stem cells.
Yes.
Okay. Because I've heard that the stem cells are a lot different in the United States than they are around the country. So that's why a lot of people leave the country to go get their stem cells.
Ours are just as strong as you would find in Colombia. And we have the most exomes because we also do exosome IVs.
What is that?
So it's an IV, and so for people who have, because we serve a lot of ex-pro wrestlers and pro wrestlers currently, ex-athletes, and so James Courtney is one of our patients, and he does all of his own stunts, so his body is like beaten up. So what
I know
we
that
do
one.
is start, instead of doing a stem cell injection, which is a point injection like into your shoulder,
Yeah.
we give you an exosome IV, and then it travels everywhere. And it attacks inflammation. So a lot of the things that are wrong, instead of just doing one spot, it will help your entire body.
So I've already had surgery on my left shoulder when I was like 15 or 16, right? And I'm gonna add. I lift a lot, and I wrestle, and I'm very active. And I've been told multiple times by multiple doctors I need a shoulder replacement. Because I have no cartilage in my left shoulder at all. I'm completely bone on bone.
That's what my knee was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually had 3 injections because my knee was so bad.
Yeah.
But now we did an ultrasound of it like last week, and you can actually see the cartilage. The strength is back, the flexibility is back, and so I was reading up on this because my knee was also pretty much bone on bone, no cartilage.
Yeah.
And the option was to get a full knee replacement. So when I was reading it, it said, oh, it doesn't really guarantee that it'll work. You might not get your flexibility back.
Yeah.
And so that's why I decided the stem cells. But a coworker of mine actually got 2 full knee replacements. She had her second one. She said she's in pain every day, and her flexibility was like mine at its worst.
Wow.
So, yeah. So definitely I picked the smarter choice.
I would say so. So where can
and
they...
no recovery. Like, you only have 2 weeks. So, like, the point injections, when you get them, you just have to let them sit and take hold for 2 weeks. So you shouldn't be working out for 2 weeks. As opposed to, like, what, 6-8 months recovery for surgery?
Yeah. And they're fairly expensive.
Yeah, they're pretty inexpensive. I mean, we have a good connection with the manufacturer, and we get them from Vitacell in Florida. I have all the research. If you reach out to me, I can let you know.
Absolutely.
But
Definitely doing
I mean,
that.
I've searched different places around town, and they were like $10,000 for a
Yeah.
stem cell IV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ours are $3,500, and we also do like friends and family discounts. So.
Well, are we
$3,000 if you get it here.
So,
if you heard it here, just mention this ad.
Yeah. And we're friends now.
Yeah, we're friends.
We're family. So, you know. But no, yeah, I need to get it done badly, and that's the only reason why I haven't went underneath the knife yet, was because of the recovery time.
Yeah, you gotta do this.
I gotta get it done in my shoulder, and I gotta get it done in my back.
Yeah.
Because we're wrestlers and we land on our back all the time.
Oh, I know. We're gonna give Sin stem cells too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be all better too.
That's awesome.
No pain. It like takes the inflammation away, and it regrows. It's awesome. We also have something called NAD+, which heals your cells. So like that's an IV as well. So like together they work very complementary to optimize your health and performance.
Yes. Because everybody wants to be healthy. And we all have to perform at a high level.
But even that, like when I went in to get my knees, the person who went in right before me, she was a lady that was like 80 years old, and she had both of her knees done. So it literally is something that can be utilized from teenage all the way up through elderly age.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And once again, where can everybody find you at?
Instagram, please. It's Jenni_Santana_. And if you'd like to follow the clinic, it's infinitewellness.lv on Instagram.
Hell yeah. You're going to give me a card before you leave?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Friends and family rate.
Hell yeah. High five. Boom. And there you have it. My conversation with Jenni Santana from Unicon in Las Vegas, Nevada. I will link all of her social medias down below, as well as the stem cell website. If you like what you are hearing, make sure you guys turn on that notification, because a new podcast drops every single week. My name's the Metalhead Maniac Sledge. Until next time, cheers.